First, you want to open your Cookidoo and you go to My Recipes. In My Recipes, especially when you're on a desktop, you can go to Created Recipes and you will find that you might either have quite a few in there or you have none. We press the plus button and we're ready to go. Decide whether you want to import a recipe from the recipe community or whether you want to create a recipe. I will want to create a recipe. From here, we will follow the prompts. Once you've created a name for your recipe, if you do have one, upload an image. Here it is, and my next step logically takes me down here, and I'll be putting in all the different steps one at a time. In this next sections, you will enter the ingredients needed for the dip. And I feel this is a really simple one to do. My little tip would be that if you're not into garlic, leave the garlic out. And when it comes to cream cheese, use what you've got or use what is most cost effective for yourself. But I personally prefer to use Philadelphia, and I use the tub. So that might not always be 300 grams. I just use what I've got. So either a tub or a block. And whether it's 300 or 250, it doesn't really matter. The next step, sour cream, will be easy to do as well. Same thing, if it's not exactly the same amount that is in the recipe, you will not spoil the recipe, trust me. When it comes to the curry powder, any curry powder is fine, but I have found that the Keen's curry powder, which lots of people know here in Australia, really ups the flavor of this dip. A little bit of salt, and I wrote down optional for cayenne pepper. I usually leave it out just plainly because it just makes it more attractive to more people when I'm out and I take this somewhere. This next step almost completes the recipe creation. So I press add steps, and there's only 2 steps. First step, we are putting in the pitted dates and the garlic, and we will chop. I've written this in, and now I want to show you how you best set this up so that you don't have to go back to the recipe as it appears on your Thermomix TM6 screen. When you go to the cooking settings, you can actually set the seconds, and I'm going to make this 6 seconds, and the speed selected makes it really simple for you. Let's select speed 8. When you're done, take it off. If you do want to use the amounts, that would be that, and we're also clicking these. So now you know there's 2 items that we put in, and these items will come up underlined in your writing block. If you're happy with this, you can tick this off. It's useful to know that if you're creating your own recipe, you can always go back, click this and change. So we could go 6 to 8 seconds, and we could change the settings here, and let's go to 9. And when you're happy, again, just press confirm. When you're ready to add the next step, you press the plus button, and what we're going to do now is we are adding the cream cheese, the sour cream, the curry powder, and the salt, and potentially the cayenne pepper, and we're adding the cooking settings. All ingredients have been added into this step, and I am left with the cooking settings, choosing 10 seconds and speed 3, This might not make you happy. Go with your own preference. Just make sure you don't set a speed higher than 4.5 to 5. I'm happy here, so I tick the box. Last step, fill the mixture into a bowl and have on bread, crackers or veggie sticks or anything of your preference. Once I've confirmed my last recipe preparation step, there is a section that you can utilize to prepare hints and tips. For you, I have added that this recipe lends itself to using leftover dip, as far as there is any leftover, as a base for your pizza. Add some chicken or just veggies and cheese, it'll be very yummy. The other tip from myself would be to use the leftover dip on scrolls. This makes it a bit different, it adds a little sweet note, and adults as well as kids do enjoy this. Once you've confirmed the last step, you'll go to the top and press done. And what you will find is that in your created recipe collection, there is a new recipe, date and curry dip. Enjoy it. And here is a very, very useful tip that I've been waiting to do for a long, long time. You can actually now share the recipes that you create with anyone. And this is what I will be doing with every single one who answers to my posts. And I will do this in the future. Share the recipe, and then you can choose that you are the owner of the recipe, and you continue. And whichever medium you want to share this with your potential friend or family member or member of a group here who is interested in a recipe. I hope this helps.